Hi, I'm Tom Richardson for BoatingLocal. I'm here in Weymouth, Massachusetts at the Thomas Smith launch ramp on the Back River with Bill Hanna from Milton, Massachusetts. Bill's here with his refurbished 1974 Starcraft, which he recently redid. Bill, what's the history behind this boat?
Well, my father had the boat on a mooring in Situate Harbor and decided that he wanted to upgrade to another boat and just gave this one to me.
Wow, that's great. You did a great job on it. You even got the old Mercury on there. Now, Bill's not the most experienced guy at backing up a trailer, so today we're going to walk him through the steps on how to do that without getting into too much trouble, right, Bill, or embarrassing yourself too badly. So let's take a look. Let's walk through the steps on how to back up a trailer. If you've never done it before, we can offer a few tips, but really the biggest tip is to just keep doing it, keep practicing it, find yourself a big empty parking lot and just practice backing up a whole bunch of times. But like anything else, it only comes with practice. So let's get in the car and let's give it a shot. Bill, one of the tips I recommend for people that are new to trailering is to open up the hatchback or lower the gate of your pickup truck to give yourself some more visibility from the driver's seat. There's no shame in opening it up. You're not going to look stupid doing it, and you don't have to rely on your mirrors. Also, you're able to see just how deep into the water your trailer is backing up. I find it really handy. I still do it, but again, open up the hatchback or lower the gate of your pickup to give yourself a little more visibility. It's something real simple and makes things a lot easier.
Makes sense.
One of the tricks I learned when I was first starting to learn how to back up a trailer was to, instead of keeping your hands up here on the top of the steering wheel, keep one hand down here on the base. Turn around, and that way you can see a good unrestricted view. Now we got the hatch open. You can see really clearly the whole boat. You can see the trailer, where the wheels are. Put the car in reverse. Now remember that if you want the rear of the boat to turn to the right, you want to turn the steering wheel to the left. If you want and then it's the opposite way. If you want the rear of the boat to turn to the left, you move the steering wheel to the right. It's backwards, and the best way to do it is to just keep practicing it. Take things really, really slow, and don't rush it. Just really make small incremental turns of the wheel until you get a feel for how the boat is going to turn in response to the way you turn the steering wheel. So again, if you want the stern of the boat to go to the right, turn the wheel to the left. If you want the stern of the boat to go to the left, you want to turn the wheel to the right. And you're always watching out the back to see that the boat's going where you want it to. If you get into trouble, stop the car or the vehicle, put it in forward, straighten out the rig, and then give it another shot. Well, Bill, you saw how the expert does it, right? So now are you ready to give it a shot yourself?
I think I'm ready.
Let's go for it.
All right.
Very nice. I think he's got it. Let's give it a shot for real. When you pull up to the staging area before you launch your boat, this is the time you want to make sure you got everything ready to go. You want to take off all your straps, get your fenders out and in position, get your dock lines all set, make sure all the food and coolers and everything else you're going to need is loaded on the boat, because you don't want to be down at the ramp, tying up the ramp, putting all that stuff on, taking all the stuff off. Make sure you got it all down, think it through, and then wait for your opening in line. Always be courteous and polite. Make sure that you've got plenty of room to back it in if you have judging by the size of your boat, and then take your place in line and get ready to back it down. Bill, I just talked about all the stuff you want to do before you launch your boat. You want to make sure you got it ready to go. But one of the things you don't want to do, especially if you have roller bunks, is to unhitch the winch strap or the cable strap or clip, because what will happen when you go to back your boat up, if you have the roller bunks, that boat can slide right off, roll right off the trailer. It's happened to many people, and land right on the ramp. And it's something. It's a headache you don't really want to need. You have. Well, Bill, you're all set. You've got carpeted bunks, not rollers. So you know, that boat shouldn't slide off when you back it down the ramp. But I still would recommend keeping that, keeping the winch clip, you know, engaged while you're backing it down, just to be on the safe side. Just remember to unclip it when you go to back the boat off the trailer. That's another thing that people often forget. One more very important thing to remember when launching your boat: always make sure you have the drain plug inserted. You don't want to launch your boat, go through all the trouble of launching it, get out there, and then suddenly hear your bilge pump start going and race back to the ramp because you forgot to put it in. If you're launching your boat solo, remember, once you get the trailer backed into the water, to engage the parking brake. This is very important, especially if you're using a manual transmission. Sometimes the transmission can pop out of gear into neutral, and your whole rig goes back into the water, something you definitely want to avoid. The other thing to think about getting is a pair of wheel chocks. That's extra safety, just in case something happens, it gets into neutral, and it'll save your whole rig and save you a lot of money as well. Well, Bill, you've done a masterful job of backing the boat in on their first shot, I might add. So next up, what you want to do is basically undo the winch hook. It all depends on the type of trailer and the type of boat you have. On this one, it's a pretty light boat, so you can probably push it right off. Easier said than done. Okay, Bill, now you can hop in and back up the boat and put it alongside the float. Just back it straight out real slow. You're good. Well, Bill, you did it.
Yes.
You're in the water.
Yes.
You've been working on the boat for 2 years. It's still afloat.
That's right.
So that's good.
It hasn't sunk yet. It's a good sign.
Good sign. It's a good day when your boat doesn't sink on you.
Right.
Well, what did you think? Was opening the hatchback, did that make things a little bit easier for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Gives you more visibility. You can see, just where you are on the launch
Right.
ramp rather than having to use your mirrors and sticking your head out and craning your neck and all that stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, anything else you want to tell folks?
Well, I think the key is just to come down the ramp nice and slow, because you are going to miss a turn here and there, and as long as you're going slow, you can correct yourself, and it's not a problem.
Yep. Take it nice and slow, and you'll be okay. Well, now that you're in the water, let's hop on board and go have some fun.
Let's go.